Hi, everyone. Welcome to meal kit number 10. Thank you for ordering this week. Thanks for all the amazing support. We're bringing back one of our favorites. So for the Father's Day weekend, we did these really amazing smoked baby back ribs. And we thought, you know what, we had such an amazing response from it, then let's try it again. This is kind of barbecue season. So last time on the meal kit, I finished them on the barbecue, but tonight it's looking a little rainy, and so we thought we would finish them inside today. So we have instructions for both, depending on what the weather is like for you this week. So I've got the oven raw iron at 400 degrees. We're going to take the beautiful smoked ribs and we're going to put them right in there until they sear nicely. So about 3 or 4 minutes, right on the top shelf. And then we're going to baste it with some barbecue sauce, and we're going to keep flipping them and do that 2 more times. So while we're doing that, we are going to get the salad going on. So this week we've got a roasted corn and arugula salad. Arugula is going in there now. And we've got a beautiful buttermilk dressing. So some gorgeous acidity there. We're going to give that a nice little stir, and don't forget our onions as well, our marinated onions right in there. Don't put all the juice of the onions in there because it'll get a little messy. You just want the nice flavor of the onions without all of the sauciness, because the buttermilk dressing has got lots on there. And so we're going to plate this really nicely. And while I'm doing this, let me talk to you a little bit about what's going on with our restaurant. So it's very exciting that we've been able to move to stage 3 and to open inside again. We've got all these crazy safety protocols to make people really safe and secure. And the response has been terrific. So when guests come into the restaurant, they have to wear masks unless they're at their table, and then they can take the mask off obviously for eating and drinking. And the staff obviously all wear masks, and they're really working hard to make everyone feel comfortable again, because it's odd. People have been without dining for a long time now. And so it's important to get back in the groove, especially in safe environments. So Beckta, for instance, has lots of private dining rooms. So if you're 2 guests or 4 guests and you want a really great private dining experience, we have 9 different dining rooms at Beckta. So you can get one. We've got some parties booked in up to 20, so 2 tables of 10, socially distanced from one another. Some weddings, which is so nice to see again, and it's just great. And Gazelle and Play both have wonderful tented outdoor patios, and then inside they've got dining as well. So this Monday night coming up is a barbecue dinner. So if you like these barbecue ribs, we've got a beautiful barbecue dinner going on at Play. Chef Emmerich has done a really interesting menu, and can't wait to see it. So if you are looking for something to do on Monday night, you can do it either on the patio or inside, whatever your comfort level. And then Gazelle, of course, just opened up for brunch. So very exciting, both inside and out. So yeah, come on down. Hope to see you. So we've got the corn and arugula salad. Next, we're going to top it with some ricotta. So this is crumbled ricotta, so homemade, and you want to just sort of space it around over your 2 salads. A lot of times we have dishes that'll be split for 2. So hopefully it's obvious in our instructions, but in case not. And then toasted pepitas, which otherwise known as pumpkin seeds. Got a lot of those today, so you don't have to use them all if you don't feel like it. Always a little bit of salt and pepper just to finish things off. There's always one plate that's a little more Instagram worthy, and there we are. So the ribs have to do some basting. Pull those out. Got a nice little sear going on. You got your barbecue sauce. Just slather right on there. So the ribs have been cooked completely already and have been smoked. And so really we're just wanting to give it some nice juiciness with the barbecue sauce. We'll flip those over and we'll do it again. So this week, I get the joy and pleasure of showing you the add-on, which is Fogo Island crab. We've got a really amazing long-term relationship with Fogo Island, a beautiful, sustainable fishery out on the far reaches of Newfoundland. And it's so nice to work with these guys, and we use their products whenever we can. Oh, by the way, we've got these shishito peppers, which at this point are going to go in because it's about 5 to 7 minutes in the oven. I've already coated it with some olive oil and salt and pepper, so we're going to throw it right in there as well and roast that all up. So the Fogo Island crab is already in this vac sealed bag, and we're going to throw it in there for just about 5 minutes because it's already cooked again, and you just want to warm it up by doing it in the bag instead of all the water. So instead of just directly in the water, it's already been steamed, so you get a lot of those juices that are going to stay in the crab. Let me talk to you about the awesome wines that we chose for you this week. So we've got this Pecorino d'Abruzzo from Jashi. I have no clue how to pronounce this. My Italian's horrible. From organic hand-harvested 20-year-old vines in Abruzzo, temperature-controlled stainless steel fermentation. The profile on the nose is apple blossom and wet stone, and on the palate, it's salty and saline during the Adriatic influence. This is Connor, our wine director, who's put this together for me. I just think it's really tasty. I'm a big fan of this. So Pecorino, many people associate Pecorino with the cheese, but they also make wine, and this is actually the name of the grape as well. So there we go on the white. We got our salads going on, so let me get rid of this stuff. While the ribs are in there, I'm going to plate the desserts. So we've got a chocolate brownie this week. Some beautiful caramel sauce, and then we've got macerated blueberries on top because it's blueberry season. There we are. Oh God, this looks good. So we're going to jump ahead a little bit. I think this one will do it. So there we are, our chocolate brownie, caramel sauce, macerated berries. Put those off for photographing. And let's see how our ribs are doing and whether they're ready for another baste. Oh yeah, when it sizzles, you know you're doing the right thing. I probably put sauce on both sides a little prematurely, but I love saucy ribs. And then we're gonna just give the shishitos a little stir. Shishito peppers, by the way, if you haven't had them, are really terrific. They're kind of like a roulette wheel. 1 in 10 are really spicy, and the rest are very mild, which is kind of crazy, but why not? So while that's in there, we're about 5 minutes out, so we're going to take the Fogo Island crab just in the bag. We're going to toss it right in there and make sure it goes down so that every part gets it. If the bag's got a little air in it, you can let some air out so that we're all in there. Perfect, but the water's not getting in the bag. And turn on your drawn butter so that melts down beautifully. And of course, I forgot to turn my grits on. Now, they won't take long. It's just about 5 minutes to warm up. I've already put a little milk in there. Some people use milk, some people use water, some people use cream. You know, whatever works best for you. And while we're doing that, we get to talk about the delicious red wine. Belogia. This is a monastrell, or mourvèdre is the French term for it. 100% from Valencia, Spain, sourced from estate vineyards, which are on average 600 meters above sea level, fermented and aged in old concrete vats that have been used since the 17th century. Brooding dark blackberry, floral violet notes and spice. Medium plus bodied, smooth integrated tannins, beautifully crackling fresh acidity that causes the fruit to sing on the palate. Connor, you are a poet. Thanks for sharing your great descriptions with us. And those are going to go great with the smoky ribs. This wine is really smoky to me. Just great. Um, so when we plate this, we are going to do the coleslaw. We're going to check this out. There we go. Get our grits warming up. I'm going to put a little bit more milk in there because I like the grits to be a little creamy. All right. While that's going on, see how our ribs and our shishitos are doing. Still good. I'm going to move it to the top shelf, get a little more caramelizing going on. I'm a big fan of this wine. So yeah, I've been talking to my brother-in-law about how to film this a little bit better. He's suggesting I do some video editing and change some lighting and stuff like this. So we're going to be exploring that in the next few weeks and seeing how we can up our game on the video presentation. But I hope you enjoy it. It's always really fun to do this, and not to mention that we get some great dinners on Monday night in my green kitchen. Oh, that shishito was one of the hot ones. Okay, make sure to stir the grits around. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Now, grits, for those of you who don't know, it's a southern delicacy, and it's kind of like a risotto based upon cracked white corn and a perfect foil for barbecue. Okay, this is going to be done. Garlic butter is going to be done. And while the ribs are finishing off, I want to talk to you about the crab. So we put in the instructions, there's a couple ways you can do this. But to me, the really great way to eat crab, the easiest way, is with shears. So you can crack it with your hands and that kind of thing, but honestly, it's pretty difficult. I'm gonna let that cool off for a second, get rid of the bag. And then I'm gonna show you how to use some shears to get right in there. Maureen, could you hand me one of those lobster forks? Always key to have a lobster fork on hand if, right like that, perfect, thank you. All right, and while that's going on and the grits are bubbling away nicely, we're gonna see how our ribs are doing. They may need one more spin and saucing. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. Perfect. And actually, while I'm doing this, I want to give a shout out to a few of our big regulars. I'm not going to name them all, but a bunch of people who have just been incredibly supportive from the beginning. Jackie and James, Kimberly, Antonio, Dan and Nicole. We've got so many of them who have just thrown down and ordered the subscription packages, which is really fun. So every week they're just committed to having this great meal on whatever night of the week. We're working on the Curated store so that we can do something, make it an even smoother and easier process. So just thank you. Thanks for the support ongoing. So I'm going to show you how to do some of these. I don't want to mess up the Instagram shot, but you know what? Let me sacrifice a leg in order for you to see. So what I find is the crab can come apart very easily. Hopefully I don't break my scissors on this. Did I choose the right one? I think I did. And this way, you don't have to work too hard to get the gorgeous meat out. And there it goes. So, nice kitchen shears if you got some. Okay, I think the ribs and the grits will be ready to go. Yes, the sound of my induction oven telling me that I've removed something. All right. And the ribs and shishitos should be good to go. That right on there. And the shishitos for gorgeous color. Don't forget, always season things, a little salt and pepper at the end. In this case, I'm going to hit it with one more layer of barbecue sauce. Perfect. Oh man, Rich's barbecue sauce is so good. We need to start selling this stuff on its own. It is really magical. And then maybe I'm going to rip this off so that people can see. You know, I should do a photo first just without. Anyway, thanks for your patience figuring out the final Instagram plating. Thank you for being a part of this. Let me show you what your finished kit is going to be like. So shishitos, coleslaw, grits, and Kansas City style barbecue ribs. Have a great week. Hope you enjoy dinner, enjoy the wines, and thanks for being a part of this. We'll see you next week.